Deep in the heart of Africa, a vast living tapestry stretches as far as the eye can see, a world of unfathomable complexity and power, shrouded in perpetual mist and mystery. This is the Congo Basin, a colossal expanse of rainforest that forms the emerald heart of the continent, its dense canopy a living shield that moderates the climate and sustains the planet's breath. Covering over 3.7 million square kilometers, the Congo is the world's second largest tropical rainforest, a green ocean rivaled only by the Amazon in size and ecological significance. Spanning 6 nations, the Congo Basin's vastness is defined by its labyrinth of waterways and its role as a global climate regulator, absorbing and storing immense quantities of carbon. The forest's upper canopy is a world unto itself, a dense interwoven mat of leaves and branches that harbors a staggering diversity of plant species, towering hardwoods, delicate orchids and climbing vines, many found nowhere else on Earth. Water is the lifeblood of this ecosystem, with countless streams and waterfalls nourishing the forest floor, their constant flow shaping the land and sustaining a mosaic of microhabitats. The Congo's climate is defined by heavy rainfall and high humidity, creating a perpetual cycle of growth and decay, where every drop of water is recycled through the roots, leaves, and air. The forest's dense vegetation acts as a massive carbon sink, drawing in greenhouse gases and releasing life-giving oxygen, its photosynthetic machinery working tirelessly to stabilize the global climate. At its heart flows the mighty Congo River, a vast artery that carves its way through the jungle, its nutrient-rich waters supporting a web of aquatic and terrestrial life. Seasonal floods transform the landscape, creating vast swamps and flooded forests where specialized plants and animals thrive in ever-changing conditions. The Congo's influence extends far beyond its borders, its forests and rivers shaping weather patterns and supporting life across the continent and the globe. From above, the Congo appears as an unbroken sea of green, its surface only interrupted by the shimmering ribbons of rivers and the occasional clearing where sunlight pierces the canopy. The scale is staggering, millions of hectares of pristine forest, a living monument to the power of nature's resilience and diversity. Within this green labyrinth, life flourishes in forms both familiar and strange, brilliantly colored frogs, elusive birds, and camouflaged reptiles, each adapted to a unique ecological niche. The forest floor is a treasure trove of undiscovered species, plants with potent medicinal properties, insects with bizarre adaptations, and fungi that glow in the darkness, all waiting to be studied and understood. The health of the Congo Basin is inseparable from the health of the planet, its forests acting as a vital buffer against climate change and a reservoir of genetic diversity. This is a land of myth and legend, its shadowy depths inspiring stories of lost worlds and undiscovered giants, a place where the imagination runs wild. Here, reality surpasses fiction. Giant apes, forest elephants, and other megafauna roam beneath the ancient trees, their presence a testament to the Congo's enduring wildness. The forest is dominated by colossal trees, their roots anchoring the soil and their branches forming a living roof that shelters countless species, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals. Yet beneath this serene beauty lies a world of constant tension. Predators stalk the shadows, and every creature must adapt to survive in this intricate web of life. To witness the Congo is to glimpse a primordial world, a living relic of Earth's ancient past, and to recognize the urgent need to protect this irreplaceable sanctuary for generations yet to come. The saga of the Congo Basin begins not just in the mists of time, but in the very heart of the planet's ancient past. Over 3 billion years ago, when the Earth's crust was still young and restless. At its core lies the Congo Craton, a vast stable block of continental crust that has survived the relentless cycles of supercontinent assembly and breakup, enduring the rise and fall of ancient land masses like Gondwana and Pangaea. These rocks, some more than 2.5 billion years old, are among the oldest on Earth, silent witnesses to the planet's earliest tectonic shifts, volcanic eruptions, and the first stirrings of life in primordial seas. For eons, the Congo Craton has remained largely untouched by the cataclysmic collisions and rifting that have torn other continents apart, providing a rare sanctuary of geological calm. This enduring stability has allowed ancient rainforests to take root and flourish, sheltering lineages of plants and animals that trace their ancestry back to the dawn of life itself. The very stones and riverbeds of the Congo bear the marks of deep time, etched by the slow grind of erosion, shaped by the patient flow of water, and layered with the sediments of vanished worlds. Yet on the eastern edge of this ancient land, the story changes dramatically. Here, the Earth's crust is being pulled apart by the East African Rift System, a colossal fracture that stretches for thousands of kilometers. The Virunga Mountains rise as a testament to this ongoing rifting, their volcanic peaks thrusting skyward where the African plate is slowly splitting in two, a process that will, over millions of years, reshape the very map of Africa. Within this volatile landscape, Mount Nyamuragira stands as one of the continent's most active volcanoes, its frequent eruptions building new landforms and sending rivers of molten rock coursing through the night. Nearby, Mount Nyiragongo harbors the world's largest and most persistent lava lake, a churning, incandescent pool that offers a rare window into the planet's molten interior. The ceaseless bubbling of this lava lake is a vivid reminder of the Congo's dynamic underworld, where magma rises from deep within the mantle, reshaping the surface in spectacular and sometimes catastrophic events. Volcanic ash and minerals scattered by eruptions over millennia have transformed the surrounding soils into some of the most fertile on the continent, nurturing dense forests and vibrant ecosystems. These mineral-rich slopes support a tapestry of life found nowhere else, from rare orchids to the mighty mountain gorilla, each species adapted to the unique conditions created by fire and ash. In the mist-shrouded highlands and bamboo forests, mountain gorillas roam, descendants of ancient lineages that have survived countless cycles of climate and catastrophe. The Congo's topography is a living record of its tumultuous past. Low-lying basins carved by ancient rivers, soaring volcanic peaks born of rifting and eruption, and valleys shaped by the relentless forces of erosion and uplift. This ever-changing landscape has given rise to a mosaic of habitats: rainforests, swamps, savannas, and alpine meadows, each harboring its own web of life, each shaped by the interplay of ancient rock and volcanic fire. The Congo's geology is a tale of two worlds: the steadfast, unyielding Craton, an island of stability in a restless planet, and the restless, youthful volcanoes, whose eruptions continue to sculpt and renew the land. Together, these forces have created a landscape of breathtaking contrasts and unparalleled diversity, where ancient stone meets new earth, and life finds endless ways to adapt. Over billions of years, rivers have carved deep channels through the basin, while volcanic eruptions have built new mountains overnight, each event leaving its mark on the land and its inhabitants. Upon this grand geological stage, the drama of evolution has played out, producing a world of wonders that continues to inspire awe and scientific curiosity. The land itself is a living chronicle, its rocks, rivers, and volcanoes telling a story of deep time, elemental power, and the ceaseless dance of creation and destruction that has shaped the Congo into one of Earth's most extraordinary realms. Deep within the heart of the Congo Basin, the eastern Congo swamp forests stretch out as a living mosaic, an intricate tapestry where water and land are forever entwined. Here, relentless rains, over 2,000 millimeters each year, feed a world where the forest floor is submerged, and ancient trees thrust their roots into the dark, nutrient-rich waters, creating a labyrinth of tangled wood and shadow. In this primeval realm, the boundaries between water and land dissolve. Micro-ecosystems flourish in every flooded hollow. Mats of floating vegetation shelter tiny amphibians, while submerged logs become nurseries for rare fish and invertebrates found nowhere else on Earth. The Congo dwarf crocodile, a master of stealth, glides silently beneath the surface, while the African pygmy goose, with its jewel-like feathers, weaves through floating lilies, each species exquisitely adapted to this watery world. Carnivorous bladderworts and delicate water ferns thrive in the acidic waters, while at night, bioluminescent fungi cast an eerie glow on decaying trunks, illuminating the hidden life of the swamp. Allen swamp monkeys forage in the flooded undergrowth, their agile fingers searching for fruit and insects, while the elusive Congo clawless otter hunts for crabs among the submerged roots. These swamp forests are protected within vast sanctuaries like Salonga National Park, a colossal expanse of untouched rainforest, where the canopy stretches unbroken for hundreds of kilometers, sheltering countless microhabitats. Here, rare bonobos gather in secluded clearings, and forest elephants wade silently through the shallows, their movements shaping the landscape and dispersing seeds that sustain the forest's diversity. The lesser monkey, discovered only recently, moves quietly through the shadows, while the endemic Congo peacock flashes iridescent feathers in the dim light, living jewels hidden in the green gloom. Black water channels snake through the forest, their slow currents shaping peat-rich soils that lock away vast stores of carbon, making these swamps vital for the planet's climate balance. At hidden pools, the rare forest bongo antelope drinks cautiously, while the endangered slender-snouted crocodile basks on mossy logs, both species clinging to survival in these last strongholds. Every ancient tree supports a world of its own. Orchids, bromeliads, and mosses form miniature gardens high above the water, while jewel-bright poison dart frogs call from the dripping leaves below. In Lomami National Park, the flooded forests stretch unbroken, echoing with the calls of African grey parrots and turacos, their wings flashing above the endless green. Even the smallest creatures thrive here. Rare butterflies rest on swamp flowers, and dragonflies hover over still waters, their delicate wings reflecting the forest's endless complexity. As dawn breaks, golden light filters through the mist, illuminating dew-laden spiderwebs and revealing the intricate beauty of a world where water and forest are forever entwined, a sanctuary for life, rare and resilient in the heart of the Congo. Deep within the vast Congo Basin, a world unfolds where all three of Africa's great apes thrive, each uniquely adapted to the intricate web of life shaped by the mighty Congo River. In the dense emerald forests south of the river, bonobos move gracefully through the undergrowth, foraging for fruit, leaves, and stems among the tangled vines and towering trees. Bonobos, often called pygmy chimpanzees, share 98.7% of their DNA with humans. Their expressive faces and gentle eyes reveal a deep intelligence and emotional complexity. Living in matriarchal societies, female bonobos form powerful alliances, guiding their groups with cooperation and empathy. Social grooming, food sharing, and play are woven into the fabric of their daily lives. Rather than aggression, bonobos resolve tension through gentle touch, intricate vocalizations, and reconciliation, maintaining harmony within their communities. Their survival is intimately tied to the rainforest. As they feed, bonobos disperse seeds across the jungle, nurturing the very trees that sustain them and ensuring the forest's renewal. North of the river, common chimpanzees inhabit the sprawling forests, forming large dynamic communities that echo with calls and movement. Chimpanzee society is led by dominant males, but shaped by shifting alliances, playful juveniles, and the nurturing care of mothers. Their world is one of complex politics, where friendships, rivalries, and coalitions determine access to food, mates, and safety. Renowned for their intelligence, chimpanzees are master tool users, fashioning sticks to extract insects, probing for honey, and using leaves to soak up water. Their inventive minds allow them to solve problems and adapt to changing conditions, passing knowledge from one generation to the next. Omnivorous and opportunistic, chimpanzees eat fruits, leaves, insects, and occasionally hunt small mammals in coordinated groups, sharing the spoils among their allies. Their social complexity and adaptability offer a living window into the roots of our own evolutionary journey. High in the mist-shrouded Virunga Mountains, mountain gorillas roam the cool, verdant slopes, surrounded by bamboo and giant lobelias. These gentle giants are dedicated herbivores, spending hours each day foraging for leaves, shoots, and stems, consuming up to 30 kilograms of vegetation. Gorilla families are led by a powerful silverback, whose strength and wisdom protect the group. Youngsters play and learn under his watchful eye, while mothers nurture their infants in the safety of the troop. Social bonds are strong, with grooming, play, and close contact reinforcing unity and trust within the family. Their survival depends on the rich, unspoiled forests, where every day brings new challenges and opportunities for growth. Yet, all of Congo's great apes face mounting threats as their habitats shrink and fragment, making survival ever more precarious. Bonobos with only 15 to 20,000 left in the wild are increasingly confined to isolated pockets of forest, their future uncertain. Chimpanzees, too, struggle as logging and deforestation erode their world, forcing them to adapt to ever-changing landscapes. Even as mountain gorilla numbers slowly rise, their high-altitude refuges remain fragile, vulnerable to the slightest disturbance. These extraordinary beings, our closest kin, reflect the best and most vulnerable parts of ourselves, their lives a testament to resilience and connection. To protect them is to safeguard the ancient forests that cradle the heart of Africa, preserving a living legacy for generations to come. The fate of these remarkable apes is entwined with the fate of the forest itself, a measure of our resolve to cherish the wild, and a reminder that their survival is inseparable from our own. Deep within the dense emerald heart of the Congo Basin, African forest elephants move with remarkable silence, shaping the very landscape they inhabit. Unlike their larger savanna relatives, these elephants are smaller, more elusive, and perfectly adapted to the shadowy world of the rainforest. Their straight, downward-pointing tusks help them maneuver through tangled vegetation, while their compact size allows them to traverse the thick undergrowth with ease. Forest elephants live in tight-knit family groups, led by a wise matriarch who guides her herd through the ever-changing forest, sharing knowledge of food sources, water, and safe havens. Each day, they travel along ancient trails, feeding on leaves, bark, fruit, and saplings, and in doing so, they carve pathways through the jungle. These trails become vital corridors for countless other species, from gorillas to antelopes, weaving a living network through the forest. As they move, elephants clear dense vegetation, creating sunlit glades that allow new plants to flourish and maintain the forest's diversity. Their constant foraging prevents any single plant species from dominating, ensuring a rich mosaic of habitats for all forest life. Forest elephants are also master seed dispersers, consuming vast quantities of fruit and vegetation, up to 150 kilograms each day. The seeds pass unharmed through their digestive system, deposited far from the parent tree in nutrient-rich dung. This process is essential for the regeneration of many tree species, some of which rely entirely on elephants for their survival. Young seedlings sprout from these nutrient-rich deposits, renewing the forest and supporting its incredible biodiversity. Without the forest elephant, the rainforest would lose its diversity and resilience, and the intricate balance of life would begin to unravel. Their daily migrations, though often short and dictated by food availability, are crucial for maintaining the health and structure of the forest. Each step they take plants the seeds of the future, ensuring the forest's renewal for generations to come. Yet, these gentle giants face grave threats. Habitat loss and poaching have driven their numbers to the brink. The disappearance of forest elephants would mean the loss of an irreplaceable force in the Congo Basin and the collapse of the ecosystem they so carefully maintain. The future of the African forest elephant is inseparable from the future of the rainforest itself, a delicate balance sustained by their daily lives and ancient migrations. To lose them would be to lose the living heart of the Congo and the promise of renewal for all who dwell within its green embrace. In the heart of the Congo, every shadow conceals a hunter, and every sound could signal danger. This is a world where survival is a relentless contest, and only the most cunning and powerful endure. High above the forest floor, a silent silhouette blends with the tangled canopy. The leopard, stealth incarnate, waits, its golden eyes fixed on the world below. Its rosette-patterned coat vanishes among the shifting leaves. A living ghost, the leopard's patience is legendary. It can remain motionless for hours, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With a sudden burst of power, it leaps, swift, silent, lethal. Monkeys, duikers, and antelope fall victim to its ambush, each hunter testament to its agility and precision. The kill is hoisted high into the branches, safe from scavengers. Here, the leopard feasts in solitude, its dominance undisputed in the treetops, yet its presence is rarely seen. Only the rustle of leaves or a fleeting shadow betrays the predator above. Beneath the dense green, the Congo River coils through the land, its waters concealing ancient killers. The Nile crocodile, armored and immense, lurks at the water's edge. Only its eyes and nostrils break the surface, betraying nothing of the power beneath. With explosive force, it erupts from the shallows, jaws snapping shut on unsuspecting prey, antelope, fish, even other predators. Its ambush is swift, its grip inescapable. Alongside the giant, other crocodilians haunt these waters. The slender, snouted crocodile, a specialist, glides through the shallows, its narrow jaws snapping up fish with surgical precision. The dwarf crocodile, smallest of all, prowls the muddy banks at night, preying on crustaceans and amphibians, perfectly adapted to the shadows. Each species carves out its own domain, their lives entwined in a web of predation and survival. Beyond the forest, the land opens into the sunlit grasslands of the Katanga Plateau, a new stage for the hunt. Here, the rules of survival shift, and new predators emerge from the tall grass. Lions, the undisputed monarchs of the savannah, move as a pride, coordinated, relentless. Their roars a warning to all, but the grasslands echo with the laughter of hyenas, matriarchal clans, cunning and strong, always ready to challenge the lions for a meal. Their hunts are a display of teamwork and raw power, bone-crushing jaws reducing even the toughest remains to splinters. Rivalries flare, and the balance of power shifts with every encounter. The struggle between lion and hyena shapes the fate of every creature on the plateau, a never-ending contest for dominance. Yet, the threat of predation is not bound to earth or water. Danger comes from above, swift and silent. The crowned eagle, wings slicing through the mist, surveys the jungle for movement. Its vision is unmatched, its strike deadly. With a sudden dive, it snatches monkeys and small mammals from the branches, talons crushing bone in an instant. On the forest floor, another assassin lies in wait, invisible among the fallen leaves. The gaboon viper, master of disguise, strikes with lightning speed. Its fangs, the longest of any snake, deliver a lethal dose of venom, ending the hunt before it begins. In this hyper-real realm, every predator is both hunter and hunted. Survival demands silence, patience, and the sharpest senses. In the Congo, the contest never ends. Beyond the great apes and fearsome predators, the Congo harbors a realm of rare, magical, and mysterious creatures, beings so extraordinary they seem conjured from the pages of myth. Here, evolution has sculpted life into forms both wondrous and strange. In the silent marshes, the shoebill stands like a living statue, its prehistoric form shrouded in mist. With a gaze as ancient as the forest itself, it waits, motionless, patient, and enigmatic. The shoebill's massive, clog-shaped bill is a tool of precision and power, perfectly adapted for seizing slippery prey in the tangled wetlands. With a sudden explosive strike, it captures lungfish and eels, its hunting style as dramatic as its appearance. The shoebill's unblinking stare and deliberate movements evoke the spirit of a bygone era, a living relic among the reeds. Deeper in the forest, the elusive okapi glides through the undergrowth. With its velvety coat and striped legs, it is a creature of paradox, part giraffe, part zebra, wholly unique to these shadowy woods. Suddenly, the forest erupts in a riot of colour and sound as a horde of mandrills surges through. Their vibrant faces and raucous calls transform the jungle into a living tapestry. Dominant males, adorned with dazzling red and blue markings, lead their troops through the undergrowth, their displays both a warning and a celebration of their power. These massive gatherings, sometimes 1,000 strong, are among the most spectacular and chaotic spectacles in the animal kingdom. High above, the Congo grey parrot flits through the canopy, its silvery feathers flashing in the filtered light. Renowned for its intelligence, it mimics the sounds of the forest, predator calls, falling rain, even the laughter of other animals. These parrots form lifelong bonds, communicating with a symphony of whistles and clicks, their social lives as complex as their minds. In the dim undergrowth, the rare Congo peacock reveals itself with a shimmer of iridescent feathers, its cryptic beauty a secret kept by the forest. Yet, even these magical beings face peril. Habitat loss and the shadow of the illegal pet trade threaten their very existence, leaving the forest quieter, emptier. The Congo's rarest primates, like the golden-bellied mangabe, move with ghostly agility, their golden fur flickering through the shadows. The sitatunga, a semi-aquatic antelope, glides through flooded forests on splayed hooves, perfectly adapted to the waterlogged world. When danger nears, it vanishes beneath the surface, leaving only nostrils and watchful eyes above the waterline, a master of camouflage and escape. In the shadows, the African dwarf crocodile and the Gaboon viper lurk, masters of stealth, their adaptations honed for ambush and survival in the tangled gloom. These rare and magical inhabitants, each with their own mysterious adaptations, weave together the Congo's living tapestry, a world where the line between reality and legend blurs, and every shadow may conceal a wonder waiting to be discovered. The Congo Basin, one of the planet's last great wildernesses, is under relentless assault. Despite its vastness and remoteness, this ecosystem faces a convergence of threats that could unravel its intricate web of life. Climate change is altering rainfall patterns, bringing longer droughts and unpredictable storms. The forest's delicate balance is breaking, with vegetation weakened and increasingly vulnerable to disease and fire. Wildfires, once rare, now scar the landscape with alarming frequency. Beneath the canopy, the soil, rich in minerals, offers both promise and peril. Mining for cobalt and other minerals is gouging deep wounds into the forest, destroying habitats and leaving behind toxic scars that leach into rivers and soil. The global appetite for technology drives this devastation, as demand for batteries and electronics accelerates the loss of irreplaceable forest. Wildlife is caught in the crossfire. Forest elephants, once numbering in the hundreds of thousands, have been decimated by poaching. Gorillas, okapis, and countless other species are now endangered, their habitats shrinking and fragmented. The illegal wildlife trade and bushmeat hunting further erode populations. The northern white rhino, once roaming these lands, is now functionally extinct in the wild, a stark warning of what's at stake. Deforestation, driven by agriculture, logging and charcoal production, strips away millions of hectares each year, erasing biodiversity hotspots and exposing the land to further degradation. As the forest vanishes, wildlife is forced into isolated pockets, increasing their vulnerability to disease, inbreeding, and extinction. Invasive species introduced through human activity further destabilize the ecosystem. Non-native plants and insects outcompete native species, disrupt food webs, and accelerate the decline of biodiversity. The combined impact of climate change, poaching, invasive species, mining, and deforestation is pushing the Congo Basin to the brink. Without urgent action, this irreplaceable ecosystem and the life it sustains may be lost forever. The challenges facing the Congo Basin are immense, but hope is a force as powerful as the forest itself. The fate of this extraordinary realm is not yet sealed. A new vision is emerging, one where the Congo's wild heart beats stronger than ever. Across the forest, wildlife flourishes, gorillas, bonobos, and elephants thriving in a landscape reborn. The success of conservation is written in every new life, every recovered habitat, every echoing call in the dawn. When nature is protected, its resilience is astonishing. The forest regenerates, rivers run clear, and the air hums with life. The Congo's story is one of renewal, of ancient cycles restored, of balance returned. Protecting the Congo is about securing a future where the world's second lung breathes freely, stabilizing our climate and nurturing untold species. The health of the Congo rainforest is inseparable from the health of our planet. Its survival is our shared hope. Every drop of rain, every rustle in the leaves is a testament to the resilience of life here. The wisdom of the wild endures, guiding the future of this living Eden. The Congo's future is being written in every new shoot, every thriving animal, every breath of clean air. In this vision, the wild remains untamed, a sanctuary for creatures great and small. The Congo Basin stands at a crossroads, but the path of hope is clear. A future where the emerald heart of Africa beats strong, where the chorus of the wild never falls silent. The choice is ours, and the time to act is now. Together, we can ensure that the Congo's wonders endure, an everlasting testament to the resilience and beauty of the natural world. Gap 2s. Deep within the heart of Africa, a single drop of rain begins a journey that will carve through continents. This is the birth of the Congo River, an ancient artery winding over 4,700 kilometers from the highlands of the east, through tangled forests and hidden valleys to the vast Atlantic Ocean. As it gathers strength, the river is joined by hundreds of tributaries, each one a silver thread weaving through emerald canopies, feeding swamps, lakes, and secret pools. Together, they form the world's second-largest river basin, a watery labyrinth teeming with life. Beneath the surface, a different world unfolds. Electric fish pulse through murky waters, their bodies flickering with bioluminescent signals. The elusive Congo tetra glimmers among sunken logs, while ancient giant tigerfish prowl the deep, their shadows haunting the currents. Here, the world's only freshwater coelacanth glides, a living fossil unchanged for millions of years, a silent witness to the river's eternal flow. The Congo River is more than a waterway. Its floods sculpt the land, shaping islands, carving gorges, and renewing the soil with each seasonal rise and fall. Along its banks, forests breathe and thrive, nourished by the river's endless gift. This mighty river is the pulse of the rainforest, a force that binds every living thing within its reach. Its journey is never still, never silent, a ceaseless, life-giving current shaping the Congo's past, present, and future. As the river meets the sea, its waters carry stories of ancient forests, hidden creatures, and a land forever shaped by the flow of life. Deep within the shadowed understory, where sunlight filters in emerald shards, the Congo rainforest harbors some of the world's rarest and most extraordinary plants. Here, evolution has crafted a secret garden, each species a marvel of adaptation, each leaf and stem a testament to survival in the world's second-largest rainforest. Some plants, like the ghostly Begonia congoensis, shimmer with iridescent leaves, reflecting precious light to maximize photosynthesis in the dim forest gloom. Others, such as the mighty Gilbertiodendron duevrae, form dense monodominant stands, their roots interlocking to anchor the soil against the river's restless floods. Hidden among tangled lianas, the mysterious Congolese orchid blooms only once every few years, its scent drawing rare insects that pollinate its delicate flowers. Meanwhile, the ancient African screw pine clings to swampy banks, its aerial roots arching like stilts above the water, an ingenious adaptation to the ever-shifting waterlogged terrain. Beyond their beauty, many of these rare plants possess remarkable medicinal properties. The bark of the Prunus africana, for example, yields compounds vital for treating prostate disorders, treasured by traditional healers and scientists alike. Deep in the forest, the sap of the Landolphia vine has been used for centuries as both remedy and sustenance, its latex a lifeline in times of scarcity. But these botanical wonders offer more than medicine. They shape the very fabric of the ecosystem, stabilizing riverbanks, filtering water, and providing food and shelter for countless animal species. Every root, leaf, and flower plays a role in the intricate web of life, sustaining the rainforest's astonishing diversity. In the Congo's secret garden, survival is an art form, an endless dance between life and environment, resilience and renewal. Here, the rarest plants are not just survivors, they are architects of a world where every living thing is connected by the green threads of possibility. As twilight surrenders tonight, the Congo rainforest transforms. Under a velvet sky, a symphony of unseen life awakens in the darkness. Shadows ripple across the forest floor as creatures of the night emerge, each finely tuned to survive in a world governed by moonlight and instinct. High in the canopy, the golden potto moves with deliberate grace. Its wide, unblinking eyes gleam, reflecting the faintest light. With a grip stronger than its size suggests, it navigates branches in search of insects and fruit, relying on heightened senses where sight fails. Below, the African palm civet melts into the undergrowth, its striped body nearly invisible amid tangled roots and fallen leaves. It sniffs the air, tracking the scent of ripe figs and small prey, always alert to the silent approach of larger hunters. In the swampy gloom, the slender-snouted crocodile glides silently beneath the water's surface. Only its eyes and nostrils break the mirror stillness, watching for the flutter of a bat or the ripple of a thirsty rodent. Meanwhile, the forest's insect orchestra intensifies. Katydids click, cicadas drone, and the flashing lights of fireflies paint fleeting constellations above the leaf litter. Adaptation is the law of night. The bush baby, with oversized ears and spring-loaded legs, leaps between branches in search of tree gum and insects, using echolocation to map the dark world around it. Moths with velvet black wings navigate by starlight, their scales absorbing sound to evade the sonar of hunting bats. Tiny chameleons freeze, camouflaged against mossy bark, while owls with silent wings swoop in pursuit of movement below. But night is not without peril. Predators prowl with patience, prey freeze at the slightest rustle, and the thick darkness conceals both refuge and danger. Only those with the keenest senses and sharpest instincts endure until dawn. In the Congo's nocturnal realm, every night is a test, a relentless, beautiful struggle for survival. Here, the true wonders of adaptation play out beneath the cloak of darkness, weaving another thread in the endless story of the rainforest. Beneath the tangled roots and towering trees of the Congo, a secret world lies shrouded in perpetual twilight. Here, sunlight never penetrates. Instead, ancient caves and winding subterranean rivers carve their paths through stone and soil, forming a labyrinth as vast and mysterious as the forest above. Dripping limestone stalactites hang like frozen daggers from cavern ceilings, their slow growth marking the passage of centuries. Along slick, mineral-rich walls, delicate crystals shimmer in the beamless dark, and rare fungi sprout in ghostly clusters, casting an eerie, bioluminescent glow that illuminates pockets of the underground. Within these hidden chambers, life has evolved in astonishing ways. Blind cavefish, their bodies translucent and eyes vestigial, navigate by touch and vibration alone. They drift through inky pools, feeding on drifting detritus and the occasional insect that tumbles from above. Giant crickets, pale and long-limbed, scale rocky surfaces, their antennae probing for the faintest hint of food or foe. Further along, where underground rivers surge and twist, African dwarf crocodiles lurk in the shadows, smaller, more elusive cousins of their swamp-dwelling kin. They wait in absolute stillness, perfectly adapted to the cool darkness, their patience rewarded by the careless scuttle of a cave-dwelling crab or the flutter of a lost bat. In narrow fissures, colonies of bats cling in silent clusters, their wings wrapped tightly around their bodies. By day, they rest in safety. By night, they pour out in swirling clouds, echoing through the tunnels in search of insects and fruit above. Even here, in this realm of perpetual night, the Congo's pulse endures. Water drips, roots probe ever downward, and creatures thrive in the shadows, each finely tuned to the secrets of the underground. The forest's hidden world is a testament to life's resilience, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, nature finds a way to flourish. Above and below the emerald canopy, the Congo pulses to the rhythm of the seasons, a cycle as ancient as the forest itself. Here, the year is divided not by temperature, but by the coming and going of rain. When the monsoon clouds gather and the heavens open, torrents of water transform forest trails into rushing streams, and the Congo River swells, breaking its banks in a sprawling flood. The air thickens with mist, and every leaf glistens with life. In these wet months, the forest erupts with abundance. Trees burst into bloom, their flowers painting the understory in flashes of crimson and gold. Fruits ripen in clusters, attracting troops of agile monkeys and flocks of brilliantly coloured hornbills. Frogs and insects seize the moment, filling the night with a chorus that echoes through the sodden air. But as the rains retreat, the forest shifts. Pools shrink, exposing muddy banks where elephants and buffalo gather, drawn to the last vestiges of water. Plants conserve energy, their leaves toughening against the drying winds. Some trees shed their foliage entirely, revealing tangled branches silhouetted against a pale sky. Animals, too, adapt to these changing tides. Forest elephants travel vast distances, following ancient trails to hidden waterholes. Chimpanzees adjust their diets, foraging for roots and bark when fruit is scarce. In the river, fish burrow into the mud, lying dormant until the rains return. These seasonal shifts drive the rhythm of life in the Congo. They trigger migrations, shape feeding patterns, and synchronize the great symphony of reproduction and renewal. Each creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest mammal, is attuned to this natural clock. For the Congo's ecosystem, the ebb and flow of the seasons is more than a backdrop. It is the heartbeat that sustains the forest, ensuring that life endures, year after year, in a world of constant change. High above the tangled web of branches, a hidden world unfolds, a realm ruled not by beasts but by wings. The Congo's rarest birds, seldom glimpsed by human eyes, glide through shafts of golden sunlight that pierce the canopy. Their plumage, dazzling and iridescent, flashes like living jewels against a backdrop of endless green. The enigmatic Congo peafowl, with feathers shimmering in midnight blue and emerald, slips silently through the undergrowth, its haunting calls echoing at dawn, a sound as ancient as the forest itself. In the misty treetops, the elusive African green broadbill crafts its delicate nest from moss and spider silk, while sunbirds, draped in metallic hues, hover like tiny pendulums as they sip nectar from rare blossoms. Some, like the white-crested tiger heron, appear only when the river's banks swell, stalking through flooded forests in search of fish and amphibians. Others, such as the African grey parrot, embark on mysterious migrations, vanishing for months before returning in chattering flocks that fill the air with complex, almost musical calls. Each bird's song is a signature, a code that weaves through the soundscape, guiding mates, warning rivals, and announcing the changing seasons. Their calls ripple through the forest, signaling the presence of fruiting trees, the approach of predators, or the arrival of rain. But these feathered rarities are more than just voices in the wilderness. As pollinators, seed dispersers, and guardians of balance, they stitch together the fabric of the Congo's ecosystem. Their journeys, some spanning continents, others confined to secret forest enclaves, ensure that life's cycle continues year after year. In this cathedral of leaves and light, the rarest birds of the Congo are both sentinels and symphonies, unseen by most, yet vital to the chorus of survival echoing beneath the endless green. Beneath the dappled shade of the forest floor, where moisture clings to every surface and the air thrums with life, another world unfolds, one ruled not by feathers or fur, but by scales and slime. Here, amidst tangled roots and leaf litter, the Congo's amphibians and reptiles carry out ancient rituals of survival. Tiny jewel-like frogs, some no larger than a fingernail, cling to mossy trunks. Their skins shimmer in electric blues, vivid reds and warning yellows, a living palette that signals both beauty and danger. The Congo's tree frogs, masters of disguise, blend seamlessly with green leaves, emerging only when the rains fall and the forest pulses with nocturnal song. In shallow pools, translucent tadpoles swirl, transforming beneath watchful eyes into agile adults ready to leap into the unknown. On sun-dappled branches, chameleons creep with hypnotic slowness, their eyes swiveling independently as they scan for insects. With a sudden flicker, a tongue lashes out, swift and precise. On the forest floor, the Congo's forest cobras and gaboon vipers slide silently between shadows, their scales patterned to vanish against bark and soil. Some, like the African dwarf crocodile, glide through swampy waters at dusk, their eyes just above the surface, waiting with ancient patience. Each of these creatures is a specialist, perfectly adapted to the Congo's ever-shifting mosaic of rain, heat, and shadow. Some sequester toxins from the insects they eat, transforming their own bodies into living shields. Others, like the reed frogs, synchronize their calls in vast echoing choruses to confuse predators and attract mates. Reptiles and amphibians are not merely survivors. They are the silent architects of the forest's balance, consuming pests, dispersing seeds, and serving as prey for countless others. Without these cold-blooded custodians, the web of life would unravel. Their presence in streams, swamps, and undergrowth is a silent testament to resilience, a story unfolding every night beneath the Congo's emerald veil, where scales and slime are the guardians of an ancient world. Beneath the towering trees and tangled vines, a hidden multitude works tirelessly, unseen, yet utterly essential. The Congo's insects and invertebrates form an empire of astonishing diversity, each species a cog in the intricate machinery of the rainforest. Leafcutter ants march in endless columns, slicing through foliage and carrying fragments far heavier than themselves. Deep underground, their colonies cultivate fungus gardens, an agricultural marvel perfected over millennia. Weaver ants, meanwhile, stitch living leaves into nests using silk spun by their own larvae, forming bustling metropolises high above the forest floor. Butterflies and moths, cloaked in iridescent scales, flutter through shafts of sunlight, pollinating rare orchids and forest fruits. Dazzling jewel beetles and stick insects, disguised as bark or leaves, evade predators with camouflage honed to perfection. Termites, the silent architects, build towering mounds that aerate the soil and recycle nutrients, their tunnels threading through the earth like living veins. In the undergrowth, millipedes and giant land snails break down decaying matter, returning life to the soil. Predatory mantises and assassin bugs lie in wait, their forms motionless, until the perfect moment to strike. Some insects, like the lanternfly, flash bioluminescent signals in the gloom, communicating in a language of light. Each of these creatures plays a vital role in the food web, prey for birds, reptiles and mammals, and predators or recyclers in their own right. Their adaptations are as varied as their forms: armor-like exoskeletons, toxic secretions, mimicry, and even chemical warfare. In the Congo, life's smallest architects are also its most indispensable. Their tireless labor sustains the forest's giants, weaving together the countless threads of existence. Invisible to many, their quiet industry is the heartbeat of the Congo, an empire of minutiae thriving at the very foundation of the wild. Towering above the emerald canopy, the ancient trees of the Congo stand as silent sentinels, living monuments to centuries gone by. Some, like the mighty African mahogany and the colossal kapok, have endured for hundreds, even thousands of years. Their gnarled trunks and sprawling roots cradle secrets, written in rings of wood and layers of moss. These arboreal giants are more than mere trees. They are the architects of the rainforest. Their vast crowns capture sunlight, casting dappled shadows that cool the earth below. High in their branches, orchids and ferns cling to life, while lianas twist and climb, forming bridges for monkeys and squirrels. In every crevice, frogs and geckos find shelter, and bats roost in hollows carved by time. Beneath the surface, roots intertwine in a silent network, channeling water and nutrients, anchoring the forest in place. Fallen leaves feed the soil, nourishing the next generation of saplings. Fungi form invisible alliances with roots, exchanging sustenance in a delicate dance of survival. These ancient trees are lifelines for countless creatures. Hornbills nest in hollow trunks, forest elephants feast on fallen fruit, and butterflies sip nectar from their blossoms. Even in death, a toppled giant becomes a nursery, its decaying wood teeming with beetles, fungi, and the seedlings of tomorrow. Every branch, every leaf, every weathered scar tells a story, a testament to resilience, adaptation, and the unbroken circle of life. As the Congo's oldest residents, these trees bridge past and present, holding together the living tapestry of the rainforest. Above the endless green, the sky over the Congo is seldom still. Here, weather shapes life as profoundly as the ancient giants below. Mornings often begin in a shroud of mist, dew clinging to every leaf, as shafts of sunlight pierce the haze. But tranquility is fleeting. By midday the air thickens, heavy with heat, humidity, and anticipation. Dark clouds gather at the horizon, swelling with moisture drawn from the river and forest alike. The first raindrops fall like whispers, soon building to a wild symphony. Lightning forks across the sky, illuminating the emerald canopy in stark flashes. Thunder rolls, echoing through valleys and over the winding river, as torrents of rain pound the forest floor. These storms are lifeblood and challenge. Rains replenish rivers and nourish the soil, coaxing seeds to sprout and fungi to bloom overnight. Frogs and insects sing in chorus, thriving in the damp. Yet the deluge can also bring destruction, flooding lowlands, toppling young saplings, and reshaping animal paths. As seasons shift, so does the Congo's rhythm. The wet season brings abundance, bursting fruit, teeming insects, and lush undergrowth. The dry season follows, with golden sunlight filtering through thinning canopies, rivers shrinking, and creatures adapting to scarcity. But climate change is altering these ancient cycles. Rains arrive late or not at all. Storms grow fiercer, unpredictable. Droughts linger, stressing plants and animals alike. Each fluctuation ripples through the ecosystem, testing the resilience of creatures great and small. In the Congo, weather is more than background. It is the ever-present artist, sculpting the land, painting the seasons, and orchestrating the delicate balance of life. Every storm, every sunbeam, every shifting breeze writes a new chapter in the story of the world's greatest rainforest. Beneath the towering trees and tangled vines, life in the Congo is built upon a foundation few ever see. Here, in the perpetual twilight of the forest floor, fungi reign as silent architects. They emerge in endless forms, delicate cups, intricate corals, and luminous toadstools, sprouting from rotting logs and leaf litter, weaving their unseen threads through the soil. These organisms are nature's master recyclers. As leaves fall and branches decay, fungi break down even the toughest plant matter, releasing vital nutrients into the earth. Their sprawling networks of mycelium, hidden beneath the surface, connect roots, trees, and plants in a vast web of exchange. Through these networks, nutrients and water are shared, fostering unlikely alliances among the forest giants. But the role of fungi goes beyond decomposition. Some form intimate partnerships with trees, wrapping around roots to help them draw nutrients from the soil. In return, the trees provide sugars, fueling the fungi's growth. Others live within leaves and bark, guarding their hosts against disease and drought. In the Congo's relentless cycle of life and death, fungi are the quiet enablers. They nurture seedlings, sustain insects, and feed scavengers with their fruiting bodies. When the rains come, entire colonies erupt overnight, carpeting the ground in color and texture, only to vanish as swiftly as they appeared. Without fungi, the forest would choke on its own abundance. With them, every fallen leaf is transformed, every death feeds new life, and the pulse of the rainforest never slows. In the Congo, the smallest architects shape the fate of the greatest trees, one silent, patient thread at a time.